how to put this? Basically, just a kid from DuBois, Pennsylvania, but I kind of grew up a lot more in the South than I did like up north. So I guess just kind of like a good mix of country and street at the same time because I've been through both ends of it. So just a country kid that knows the streets. But my actual name is Alix. Also, little fucking thing because everyone seems to do this, but I get it. It's not spelled Alex. It's spelled Alix. Yeah, I don't know what the hell my parents were thinking, but that's how it's spelled. Like actually, not to sound cocky, but like myself in a lot of ways. But also, there's like a string of people. There's it. It'd be me, Speed Gang, Juice World, and Up Church. That's a string of different people too, but that's what's kind of nice about making music is that I can make whatever the hell I want and I don't have to stick to one thing specifically. So I guess those people and me myself. I think it's my ability to kind of versify my shit. It's like being able to switch the flows up or the vibe up mid song if needed. Like just I guess being able not to be so closed into one thing. Like, yeah, there's a lot of rappers that can do the same sound as me, but can they do the 30 other ones that I can do also? You know what I mean? Like, how many subgenres or genres can they really touch into? I guess. There are other artists that do that, but there's not too many that I know of, at least, that do it. There's always people that stick to one flow, like this is my main flow. I don't like I have a main flow, but I also don't because I just whatever kind of comes out, whatever fits the best is kind of what I do. And I could fit into any beat, really. There's a lot of rappers I know that can only do one kind of beat. So maybe that stands out. But again, I think it's not for me to necessarily choose. It's more for them than me. Ooh. See, that's the thing, man. I don't even know how to describe my own sound, bro. Like, yeah, I have the same like mixing style and I guess same type of beats as a lot of other artists, but I do it in my own way to where it's like this odd mix of a lot of shit. Like it's an odd mix of the street stuff and like stories and crazy shit, but it has like this fucking country type of shit to it, but to where it's like an even playing field. That way, it's not too much of one. It's just kind of whatever. But also, my sound is weird because it's kind of like whatever you want it to be. Because I really realistically could make anything. So that's why I think, yeah, I kind of fit for everybody. Without trying to be. Yeah, I can give you a general idea. So, but first, I want to kind of say like how I look at music, right? So I look at music as a basic, just obviously it's an expression, right? So if you go to write a song, like grab a verse, for example, verse 1, whatever the hell you're either going through, you're witnessing in your own hometown, or the people around you, or situations that you and your buddies have put yourself in, or like feelings you have, or relationships, whatever it is, right? Grab that and kind of just write that out. Write that out raw, right? And one thing that helped me is there's an app called Rhymer's Block. I used to use this a lot. It'll help you kind of give you words that rhyme, and it kind of helps you formulate bars more. So that way it's not like you're just talking, you're actually rapping into music. So that's how the writing process kind of is. It's just whatever I'm thinking and I'm just popping it out. But over time, remember, you're going to get better at actually writing bars and having meaning behind those bars. But when it comes down to the actual production of the music, now not everybody has to do this. I personally, for my verses, I like to record all in one like recording. So nothing's really chopped up. Now there are times where I have like chopped up some things, but a lot of times and most times it's all one recording. Um, I don't know what y'all use, but for me, I use FL Studio. So I have 3 tracks that I use, right, for my vocals. The first one's a little bit lower than the second one. And that third one is more so just like background vocals, like ad libs and shit like that, and things that will, like, say I'm rapping normally, but then I need something that kind of has like a darker feel to it, and I need to deepen my voice. That third section of vocals will kind of help that, right? Like, it'll deepen the voice or do whatever I need to. It kind of alters everything. And then I make about 2 to 3 different versions of that song. I pick the best one, and that's the one that I decide to put either on the album or I just decide to put out. And then I put it on DistroKid, and then I schedule it on my YouTube and then post it. That's kind of all I do. But also, one key thing, if you're looking for only motivation and that's when you do music, you're never realistically gonna do music. And I only say that because if you're only looking for motivation, then, like, realistically, you're gonna do it once in a while. You have to, like, if you really, really love it and you're really crazy about it, like how I am with Passionate, you're just gonna have to push yourself to do it every day. Like, I don't always love doing it every day. I love doing it, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like it, but I gotta fucking do it, Just how it is. That's kind of just how I make my music, though.
Would you say that there's any effect from your personal life that alters the way your music sounds?
It used to. Yeah, 100%. It used to a lot. I used to... There was a lot of shit that going on that kind of, like, affected my mental health and affected just the way I looked at everything. So it affected my music. It affected how much I did it. Everything kind of sounded more depressing. There was no, like, real energy in it. It used to affect it so much. But there's bad shit still going on in my life but I'm able to separate it. I learned how to separate my music from my personal life without, like, jeopardizing telling the truth and actually being truthful in my songs. Like, I was able to, like, have a divine that way. It's not like, oh, this sad shit happened in my life, so let me go make a fucking 30 depressing songs. I don't let it really affect it, because in my head, when I'm doing my music, I'm in a totally different space, so a lot of this other shit doesn't exist to me. That's kind of how I do it. So yeah, it used to, but it doesn't no more, and I refuse to let it. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe, like, my older fans or friends would know this. I'm big into drawing. I like to draw. I like doing that. I also like graphic designing. I've done that for longer than I've done music. Like editing photos and videos and shit. Mostly photos, though. I've done that for about, I think, oh fuck, how long has it been? Almost like 10 fucking years, so almost a decade I've done that. But I've only done music for about three and a half years. So graphic designing, drawing. I was gonna say going out and, like, doing wild shit, but I don't know if that's a hobby. So yeah, I guess it's drawing and graphic designing.
What 3 people, dead or alive, would you choose to sit down with for an hour, and you only had an hour?
Ryan Upchurch, for one, because that dude, he can teach me a lot. I like that guy. Speed Gang. Although I've already talked to him, I'd love just to have us sit there like an hour and have, like, a really cool, like, down to earth convo about like music and just deep shit. And Juice WRLD, that's another guy that I take inspiration from too, that I think we can learn from each other maybe and shit like that. So those three people for sure. Oh, that's interesting. So back in late 2019, a buddy of mine, he used to do music. He doesn't anymore. He actually stopped. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to him. His name was Rolling Cool, so that's where the rolling part came from. And the church part, from Disbelief, I know it's not from Upchurch. One, Church is actually a street name from, like, right down there from me. So, and 2, if you combine those 2, so Rolling Church, right? Think about it like this. This will also kind of understand why I make darker music, right? About, like, the devil and crazy. I do that shit too. But anyway, Think about it. What's on the top of a fucking church? Right? A cross. Right? What happens when you roll that motherfucker over? Right? Now it's upside down. Upside down cross, the devil, hence the fucking, the darker music that I make sometimes. So it has like that kind of double meaning to it. So that's really what it is. A lot of people think it's the upchurch thing. It's really not. The first half, yeah, I got it from a buddy, but the second half is more so going off of, one, a street name, and two, I think the two words together is just really cool. And I think the name RollingChurch just has a nice ring to it, you know? Ooh. Look. Whatever your output is, whether that be music, drawing, painting, fucking making YouTube videos, look, bro, listen to me. Take this from somebody that's done music, that's done also the media as well. Do not get so wrapped up in it to a point that you let it consume you, but also to a point that you're doing the wildest shit. You're saying the wildest shit, right? You're expressing and exaggerating views a little bit to kind of, you know, start up controversy or start up people's fucking emotions up. Do not fucking do that. Because I promise you, that longevity that you're looking for, that popularity, it will not fucking stick with you if you're only there for short fucking minutes. You know what I mean? For just bullshit. People like the raw shit. People like the real shit. And if you have real things going on like that and you're real about everything, people are going to respect you a lot more. You know, and also too, you know, no matter how hard things get, please do not grab these things that rappers are doing, like drugs and fucking crimes and shit. Do not stoop to that shit, okay? Don't. Just fucking don't. Like, for example, man, I grew up poor as fuck, crazily poor. You know, hopping houses and shit. As much as in rap songs I make that sound cooler than what it is, I've never had to sit here and had to go out and fucking sell drugs a bunch, right? And I never claimed I did, right? Have I? Maybe. But I've never really had to go off and do that because guess what? It's a fucking choice, all right? It's not a fucking do or die type shit. You can make another fucking way. So just also formulate your own opinions. Think for your fucking self. Don't be, you know, thinking, oh, well, I have to do this because it'll make me cool. Fuck that. Make your own group if you can't fit into somebody. You can't fit into someone else's group. That's my message. Yeah, two homies actually that do music that I think they're really great to me, and I've collabed with them both, and they're just really good buddies of mine. So one is General Jamerson. He's a really great buddy. He makes really good music as well. He's been doing it as long as I have. He's been here for me since fucking day one. He made my first song with me, so really shout out to him. And another buddy that I do a lot of features with nowadays, at least, is Kid Slick. We have a lot of same things, so you know, those two guys in particular, go fuck with them. Go check them out. Even if you don't fuck with them heavily, that's fine. Just please go show them some love and check them out a little bit at least. All right, so it's RollingChurch. It's great talking to you guys and answering these questions. They're my boy. But speaking of me being crazily consistent, like I was saying before, I just dropped a song literally this morning called "Rolling Up." It's on my channel. The RollingChurch, the T, the R, and the C is capitalized, by the way, for y'all. 2023 and the man now rolling up, rolling charge, rolling up, all the guns rolling up. But yeah, I drop a song maybe every week to 2 songs a week. There's been times where I've dropped 2 songs in a day. You never know. You're always gonna get new music though. Follow the Instagram for new actual updates. Because that's where I'm at a lot of my time. You can ask him. It's just RollingChurch official. So I mean, if you fuck with me and you wanna go along with the ride, just go there, subscribe, follow, whatever. And yeah. And also, don't be afraid to DM me. Like, if you want to talk and be cool, we can do that too. Shout out to you motherfuckers. Alchemy. Shout out to Underground Alchemy for doing this, bro. I appreciate it crazily. Because realistically, this is my first actual interview, and I think it's dope because it actually helps artists a lot more than you think it does. It does the same with like reactions, because reaction videos and reactors also do a lot. Oh, shout out to another homie actually. Speaking of reactions, my homeboy Raw Simba or Raw Simba. You can go on if you go on YouTube, type in Simba TV. He's a reactor, dude. He's great. He's another musician too. He does a lot of music too. I've known him for a little while too. He's cool.